Hi guys, I'm Doki, professional player and streamer for NAVI's Rainbow Six team. Today we're going to talk about NAVI versus MnM Gaming in the UK Premiership Finals, which just took place. I hope you enjoy the video. So this was the final match of the Premiership season. We recently just defeated Fierce Esports in our first match of the offline finals, 2-0. And our next opponent is MnM. The first map up was Consulate. This is a map favoured by both of our teams. We know that MnM are very strong in this map. Likewise we are, as we displayed on the Pro League finals in Japan and throughout the Pro League seasons, having dominant victories over teams such as Vitality. We decided to take Maestro out of the play on the defense, which I guess is pretty common for us. You've seen us do that before. And we also take out Nuke on attack, as this is a kind of target ban towards MnM. We know that MnM will use Nuke on this map to crouch around and use it to their own advantage. As they know that we play a lot of intel on this map, they cannot play the Nuke to counter that intel. So we didn't really feel comfortable banning anything else in this map, so we just said, let's ban the Nuke as a kind of target ban, I guess. And we were comfortable playing with everything else, because Nuke is the only operator that we haven't really used in this, especially on previous games and VODs that you can see us playing this map. So they start on the defense, we start on the attack. And as I said before, we're pretty comfortable in this map, as are they. And we are playing a very similar lineup to what you see us play all the time on this map. So we're playing our Nomad / Gridlock as our flank watch. We have the soft breach and the buck, the IQ for the things like Echo Drones, Valk Cams, and then obviously your Thatcher Thermite combo, which is pretty relevant for every bomb site and every map. MnM chose to defend Lobby as their primary bomb site, or their first choice. This is it's Consulate. Every bomb site is kind of relevant, if not as relevant as each other. You know, some teams prefer to defend CEO first. Some teams hate defending CEO at all. So, it's just kind of, it is what it is. Right off the bat, you see a lot of kills going on within the first minute. We knew going into this match that MnM are going to be very aggressive. They were the only team to actually beat us or even draw to us in the online season of this Premiership. So we knew that this wasn't going to be like an easy match, or it wasn't going to be a walk in the park, just like the rest of the rest of the games. So we also knew that they were going to play very, very aggressive, as that's what worked against them in the online season. Worked for them in the online season. So we were kind of expecting a lot of I wouldn't say monkey plays, but just very aggressive plays. A lot of ACOGs being played, like a lot of peaks. And as you see, they have like 4 ACOGs in the first round. So it looks like our prep, I guess, was right. They end up taking round 1 after almost a successful comeback by Saves and Kendrew. We get the plant off in lobby, but this site with only 2 guys alive, it's very hard to secure a plant and actually protect that plant, unless you plant on the double door, which you can cover from outside. Pretty much here, all MnM needed to do was control one section of the map to kind of kill us on the plant. They could take above, because they know for a fact that there's only 1 guy maximum holding above, so they could just pressure above whilst the plant's going off, or they could push from lobby whilst the plant's going off. There's lots of ways to get this bomb off. So when we knew it was a 2v4, we tried our best to come back, but it is what it is. So again, they decide to go garage for round 2. Not uncommon at all. One of the better bomb sites on this map, in my opinion. You can play this bomb site in a lot of different ways. You can play this by roaming heavily above and holding piano, holding CEO, which is a favourite strat by a lot of teams in Pro League and maybe Challenger League. You see that a lot. And then I've decided to play a little more anchor style. They have the pulse for the info, holding maybe behind server area, and then they have that mute and echo combo for the breach, including the smoke, which is a lot of denial, echo drones, C4s, smokes, things like that. And as you see, Packpool has brought the shield here, which is a pretty nice position to play on top of the pipes. That shield denies the buck or sledge killing you from above. So when you open up piano and you look down towards pipes, you can see everything. Putting that shield there and playing behind it is a pretty nice way to cover yourself playing. That's failing to kill saves here. A bit of bad map knowledge on his part, to be honest. He should have known that you couldn't shoot this part, but hey, it is what it is. So yeah, they're pretty anchoring down here in sight. As you see, little to no roamers. They might have one guy up above on Yonka roaming around. I can't quite tell, but if he is, he'll be running about top floor. Yep, he was. And again, since he's solo, that's an easy kill for us. We just pinch him on yellow, CEO, and he's gone. That's the Jaeger off the table. He's got Ben Citizen down to low HP, but I mean, that's a fine trade. It's a good trade for us. Nathan managed to get the refrag onto Kendrew, who's the thermite on the breach. However, his job's done. The breach is off. So I mean, it would be nice to have Kendrew alive, but he's did his job. You know, he can kind of chill for now and let his team do the rest of the work. Pie again. This is what I talked about in our previous analysis video of Consulate. I think it was against Reciprocity or Dark Zero, if I remember. But as soon as you take piano control on this map, I mean, there's nothing you can do. Like, MnM are clearly playing for C4s here, and their main goal is to kill the guy in piano, C4 that guy. But, I mean, even by C4ing the guy in piano, you give the attackers a lot of holes to look down. So this strat is kind of flawed in my eyes because, I mean, even if you get a kill off for that C4, you're doing the job for them. You're opening the floor so the attack can see down into the bomb site and cut your cross off. And that's exactly what we did. This is like an easy plant to get off. We have Citizen on yellow, and then neLo just able to get the plant off. As soon as this is done, this is one of the hardest retakes in the game. There's no chance, and we just cleared the round. So that's 1-1, it's tied in scoreline. Skipping ahead a round, I mean, in the previous round there, MnM went basement again, and we won the attack, so I didn't feel the point to go over that again. It was a little bit more sloppy, but we still managed to get the plant off at the end of the day, and pretty much the same execute. So up next, MnM decide to go CEO bomb site. As I said at the beginning of the video, this bomb site isn't as favoured as it used to be. Well, especially not in my opinion or in my experience. This bomb site has gotten a lot harder to defend as the meta has changed. Now you have operators such as Nomad, you know, Hibana does a lot of work on this bomb site. This bomb site is a lot harder to defend than it used to be. You're going to see a lot of teams picking the garage, the lobby, even the tellers as their three main bomb sites in this map. Because this bomb site has such vast different ways of attacking it, it's hard to defend every single way. You know, you can push up yellow with your full team. You can take admin with your full team. You can take yellow and admin at the same time. You can have a guy crouching up spiral. You can have a guy crouching up visa stairs. There's so many angles and so many different ways to attack this bomb site that it's hard because there's not a lot of ways to defend it. You're going to usually see an Echo or a Doc playing in the bathroom, which I think MnM are doing now, basically holding that long angle down long desk. And then you're going to see your mute, your smoke playing around CEO and on meeting behind the bomb, behind the shields, things like that. In my opinion, the main reason this bomb site is flawed is these windows. Saves is just repelling in the windows. The defense have no idea about it because there's so many of them. You know, in one of the tips and tricks video that's going to come out, you know, if you don't destroy the glass in the windows, you're going to be hard of hearing people repelling up there. So this bomb site's just too open in my opinion. And as you see, 1 minute 50 into the round, we're already going for the plant. Although we stop it, like we're already in CEO control. Pie's cutting everything off from that bathroom, from that CEO windows, from the connector windows. The only way to truly defend this, in my opinion, is to hold below and C4 up. But again, that's just flawed. So many more windows, such an open space, easy to defend. Pie and neLo and Saves just abuse these window mechanics and just cut off every single rotation, meaning MnM are just stuck on site. They can't move. There's nothing they can do. So it's 3-1 in favour of us, which is a solid attacking performance. This map is usually a little bit more defensive-sided, so you're going to see a lot of more defense rounds coming up usually. But as I said, we're very comfortable in this map. We know how to attack it. We're a top-tier Pro League team playing in this, I guess, National League. I mean, what do you expect? So next round, MnM decides to revert back to their first bomb site of lobby, which they won. It's their only one round so far in this map. I mean, their defense is better here because they're maybe like anchoring a little bit and spread a little bit in the top floor. But again, as I said before, on this map, as soon as we take that top floor control, there's nothing you can do. Like, we have this top floor control, we have one guy in piano, and we get the defuse off. Like, we shouldn't have been able to defuse this. This is MnM's fault. The guy in bathroom here should have been able to cut that off, especially since he's playing ACOG and it's a Rook. But I think MnM's position in this round is really bad. You know, they reinforced that hatch above because they didn't think that we would bring a hard breach, or like they didn't think we'd be able to open that hatch. But like, even still, this whole floor is soft. You don't need to open the hatch, you just need to open holes so you can see the plant. As soon as that plant goes off, there's no chance you're retaking that, especially on lobby. Same with garage, as soon as the plant's off, there's not a chance you're going to retake it unless you get some lucky defuse. So, as you see, morals are good for the boys here. We're having a good time. We're going to take this game away. We're almost taking a 5-1 lead. So, let's see what we can do in the last round of attack. So, for the final round, MnM go for garage. However, they play the Jonka on the solo roam again. However, we are yet again able to get the plant off, which we push inside the bomb site a little more this time. However, we lose our guy on yellow and our guy on site very, very quickly, meaning that the only guy left is Kendrew, who's deep in sight on the bomb, being pressured by like 3 guys rushing him. So, I mean, this is a really tough position to be in, and we lose this round because of it. In my opinion, we should have maybe stuck to our previous plant and planted somewhere near the breach, so we could have defended it a bit more from outside. But MnM got very aggressive this round, which is what they should have done previously to get maybe a couple of more rounds. Instead of hiding and waiting for picks, they took their gunfights and they jumped out on us. We weren't ready for that, so they won the round and we end up ending the half 4-2 in favour of Navi. So this may have surprised a few people. However, this was a well thought out plan by us. We decided to go Tellers, Archives Tellers first, which is the newest bomb site in Consulate. The reason for this is we know that MnM are a good team. However, we don't think MnM are as experienced as some teams who we've played on this map. So we think going this bomb site, which we are good at, might throw them off a little bit. And as you see, they are very focused on taking that admin control. And we are very focused on just wasting as much time as possible. You know, as you see, Pi is holding the windows from below here. Like, he can't repel in. We have Kenny, who is able to get aggressive on the windows up top with neLo. Unfortunately, we trade neLo out. However, we get the thermite, which is a pretty big kill. Maybe not so much for this site, but this limits their opportunities again. And it's just going to slow them down, especially thermite. He is probably their main droner for their team. He is their main support player. Taking that guy off the board is always good, because that's just one guy left to sit AFK on a drone. And I see Pi as an extra mute jammer just because, why not? He should place that somewhere probably. I'm gonna give him into trouble next time I see him. So yeah, as you see, it's a minute left in the round, 4v4. MnM are kind of like, what to do now? You know, we have above control, now what to do? 4 of Navi defenders are still alive and on site. Citizens probably roaming around the map somewhere. Kendrew's probably holding Spiral like you see, trying to get aggressive on the guy in the window. MnM probably aren't experienced at attacking this bomb site, and that's what we were aiming for, and they're kind of confused what to do. I mean, fair enough to them, they have brung the soft breach with the Buck and the Zofia, and they are pushing into Tellers quickly, but even if they take Tellers, we have that guy below still. That's Saves in the smoke below. Saves, lovely team kill onto Pi, who's injured anyway, so it doesn't really matter. However, he's able to lock this down completely from here, and it's up to only Citizen now in a 1v2 situation. They start the plant off in Tellers above. However, MnM make the correct call, in my opinion, to rotate that diffuser down to Archives, and that's a kind of harder retake. If you plant in Tellers, you have above to worry about and below to worry about. If you plant only in Archives below, you only have only above to worry about. They managed to get the defuse off, but you know, Citizen is way better. He wins his ones, he wins his twos. There's not much else to say. He played that perfectly. He won his one whilst the guy was planting, and then got a nice shot onto the Nomad running away. So well played by him. That's 5-2 for Navi. I've skipped a little bit into this round here, as I don't think there's much to see, but we chose to go lobby for our second defense. Again, another great site by us. We play a lot of anchors in this site and a lot of top floor control, which MnM didn't. So hopefully they watch this and they learn from it. We actually let these guys get a bit aggressive here on benches. However, it's quickly traded out by Kendrew and Saves. But, I mean, as you see, MnM are very split here. They're trying to plant with nobody covering him, and we just abuse that. neLo just drops and wins his gunfight with the guy in piano, and then it's left at a 2v1. Thermite, low HP on site, trying to plant the bomb with absolutely no cover. And as I said, when MnM were attacking, MnM were defending, this is a horrible bomb site to plant in like a 2v2, 1v2 situation. there's so many places you can be peeked from, and Saves and neLo do it perfectly. Saves pushes on the right side through antechamber, whilst neLo flanks around onto like statue side and just closes in on the guy planting. There's nothing he can do. He's stuck here. He is just going to die from every angle. If he wins one of the gunfight against neLo or Saves, then fair enough, well played to him. However, the other guy is 90% of the time just going to trade him out. So, yeah, well played by Navi there. So, as I said, CEO, not very preferred bomb site, especially not in this matchup. We decided to go Garage for our hopefully final defense. People who know Navi, people who have watched us play before, I guess kind of know how we play this. We play kind of loose. We adapt to the team. We either start roaming or we start on site. We run up a lot of the Visa stairs. We run up the spiral. It's random. We just play off the other team and how they attack it. So we kind of wait to see what they're doing and then counter that. So, I mean, by doing this, it's kind of hard for anybody to read us and know what we're doing, because if you read us and see that we are roaming above, then our roamers can easily get back to site really quickly, and then you've wasted your time taking above. Or if you read us and say, oh, there's nobody above, then you're going to let your flanks off guard probably, and we're just going to abuse that and push up. So, yeah, I mean, we know that piano is a very important part here, and we give it to MnM, which, again, maybe not the best idea. However, Saves gets a trade onto the Buck for the C4. Buck's already done his job, though, making a lot of holes, so it's not the end of the world. And neLo, actually, here gets an impact trick through the drone hole onto the right-hand side thermite charge, or left-hand side, depending on how you're looking at it, which limits the attacker's field of view and like sight pressure a lot. So this is pretty good for us. They only have one side of the breach to run into, and if they're to do it, we just have 4 defenders and man advantage watching it. So 2 guys running the breach, 1 guy on yellow. We just trade them out pretty much. There's not much else to say. Some nice shots by Saves, I guess. Well played, and that's us taking map 1, 7-2 versus MnM. Hopefully the next map is all we need, and that'll be us with our 3rd Prem title. Okay, so up next is Clubhouse. Again, another very favoured map by both teams. I feel like I'm saying that a lot, but it's just true. Really default bans on this map by both teams. We take the Maverick off the table. They take the Capital off the table. They are 2 super strong operators in this map, getting that cash wall off. Both operators are proficient at doing that. Capital especially. Easy access into Garage, killing the guy playing Rafters. 2 very common bans. And then the Mira, Maestro, again. Maestro, a strong pick by MnM, so we decided to remove it, and then they remove the Mira just as comfort ban, I guess. Mira can be strong in this map. It can be kind of iffy though. It changes up a lot of bomb sites pretty much. Playing a Mira down in Church can really change your attack, limit your attack. Where you want to attack from, so always removing a Mira in this map is always good, compared to, let's say, a Valk or an Echo. Valk and Echo, I suppose Echo is still valuable, but Valk not so much as she is on other maps such as Consulate, for example. We historically always start Gym on this map. Again, if you watch us, you know that all the casters are like, oh, Navi go Gym. Gym is usually the tertiary bomb site for many teams. However, again, just like Taylor's is on Consulate, we're comfortable with it. We're happy to play it. When you get to the stage that we are at, and the stage of play that we are at, you need to play every bomb site. You need to play every bomb site to the best you can. So, I mean, seeing teams in Pro League or Pro teams going these weird bomb sites shouldn't be a surprise to anybody these days, to be honest. It is what it is. You should expect top tier teams to be good at the bad bomb sites, let's say. Or the worse off bomb sites. We do a kind of downstairs hold here and bar with the castle and the mute. I'm sure you've seen us do this before. We kind of play below, which is an added bit of pressure for the attack to deal with. Usually the attack either push from cash and jacuzzi side and kind of pinch the site. Well, if they want to do that, they can. However, we have a C4 below and a shotgun below and 2 impacts below. We have a lot of below pressure that it's hard to get the plant off. As you see, neLo on the pool table here, he's locking down that whole Gym bomb site. You're going to need to push into Master to actually get something off successfully. Props to MnM here, and probably our fault for not defending cash at all, or even having a guy in there to shoot some drones. MnM just take it with ease within like 30 seconds, and they already have a guy in construction already, ready to pressure down on site. So we should have been a bit more ready for this. However, neLo below with a shotgun, he knows that there's a guy there, so I mean it's not going to be that much of a problem. We just can't lose our lives to him peeking, etc. So MnM, again, they're watching the flanks pretty well here. The Hibana's just sitting on a drone, watching the flanks. It's pretty well played. You're going to see that a lot. There's the Navi special bullet holes. I see a lot of things on Reddit and a lot of other players saying to us that, oh, Navi and their bullet holes. Yeah, we like our bullet holes. Especially I like my bullet holes. So yeah. Always abusing mechanics. Love to see that. MnM take this pretty well. They take the cash and they have the window pressure, meaning that we're kind of stuck on site, stuck in office, stuck in bathroom. There's not much for us to do. We're just going to be looking for picks at this point. Kendrew gets one onto the guy in construction, which is huge. Again, MnM are limiting the push. He gets two, especially onto the Hibana. That's even bigger. And as you see here, MnM are kind of failing in my opinion. They aren't pressuring Jacuzzi at all. They have a Thatcher. They have a Zofia. They have a Thermite. Why wouldn't you pressure that? Why wouldn't you send the Hibana and the IQ into construction instead of sending your Thatcher and Hibana over there? It seems like a waste of utility in my eyes. Junker, too busy watching the flanks. Citizen's able just to tear up the remaining two guys on site. He's in a 1v3. Not much he can do. If I remember correctly, we get a bit too aggressive here and we almost lose this round. However, you know, it's a 1v3, 10 seconds left, not much he can do. Never mind. I was wrong. I was talking about another round. Leaked around to come in the future. But yeah, well played by Citizen and Kendrew, especially on this bomb site. They are just winning the gunfights and not letting people run into sight, which is always good to see. So that's 1-0 for us. So I've skipped the church defense. It was pretty basic, I guess, pretty default, not much to talk about. Instead, we are now defending cash. This bomb site's seen a lot of controversy, especially in the previous season, in like previous meta, I guess, this meta. This bomb site, I would say, is probably the worst bomb site on the map. Well, minus bar. Nobody plays bar. I think you're going to probably see teams start playing a lot of bar because this bomb site is really hard. With the bans that we have, with the Maverick and the Capital off the table, this bomb site is a lot easier to defend because the main security wall is almost always guaranteed to get off. And as you see, we don't even bother running a Bandit here or a Cade. We know it's going to get off. They have a Thatcher. They play the Zofia. It's a very tough wall to Bandit trick, Cade trick. So we almost give it to them. We say, hey, listen, you're probably going to waste your utility and get this wall off, so just get the wall off. We will play our defense somewhat else. Something you don't see a lot on this bomb site is the Clash. We've whipped out the Clash on Kendrew, who is a very proficient Clash player. You know, you've seen a lot of 1v2s with Kendrew on the Clash. I think a 1v4 as well on Villa at DreamHack Valencia, if I'm mistaken. He's a great Clash player. He plays the whole team around him. If you want to learn how to be a good Clash, then watch Kendrew play Clash. He's great at it. So yeah, MnM do a kind of split take, which is, I think, the right decision here. They open up the cash wall, sorry, not the cash wall, the server wall, and then rotate the full attack round to construction to get the cash wall off, which I think is good, because by opening 2 instead of 1, you enclose the defense into like one bit of the map. You cut off all the rotations. There's not much to do. All you need to do is get the picks, and then you can get the plant off. As you see, Kendrew and Saves are both kind of stuck here. Not so much Kendrew because he has that Clash, but Saves stuck behind that shield. He can't move. He's been locked down by Server Window, Server Breach, Cash Door, Cash Breach. He's stuck. There's not much he can do. Pie in the garage still with the Echo is... I mean, that's a good place, I guess, but it's going to be hard for him to do much there. However, as you see, MnM just flood the site. Pie gets a nice kill onto Drac and saves Citizen, but he is traded out by Packbull. Kendrew and Packbull in the 1v1. As I said, Kendrew is very good at playing the Clash. He's very good at wasting time with the Clash. As you see, he's just letting the clock tick down, but instead he decides to go for that 360, whip out the gun, and he wins. And he wins his one. He wins his one with that gun. That must be kind of humiliating for Packbull. But as you say, well played to Kendrew. He's a great Clash player. So yeah, well played, boys. Not much else to say for that. MnM's attack was really good. That's the attack that I like to see for that bomb site, but we just won our ones. We got a lot of trades, 1v1, 1v1s. It's very good. Well played by us. So yeah, well played. So for the next round, we decide to go gym again, but we do a completely different hold, different strategy. We don't invest below whatsoever with that castle. Instead, we play in cash with the Cade. The Cade's already injured. That's not good. I don't know how that happened. Maybe through the drone hole? I actually don't know. So we try and invest in the cash bomb site instead. However, Kendrew manages to run through the cash and peek the window and get a 2k onto Packbull and Dats. neLo's injured, so he's traded up at 3v3. This is really poor by MnM here. They should not have let Kendrew run across and get that, pretty much. That was really poor from them. And then Yonka injured again. MnM are kind of struggling here, you know. It's the 2 hard breaches, the only guys that left. All 3 players are stuck on the one side of the map. There's not much they can do. We are anchored up on site watching, you know, good positions. Pie's in gym. I assume we have a guy in office and a guy in bathroom. CTZN getting aggressive. He gets a 1-for-1 trade. That's good. Thermite and Junker are both on, 10 HP, 15 HP, against 2 full health defenders, one of which I assume has a C4. Actually, never mind. He'll probably have a shield. So yeah, again, really tough position for MnM to be in, and they've put themselves in this tough position again, round after round. They're just making misplays. Like Nathan was meant to be watching the server. He let Kendrew run through. But yeah, Jonka actually almost clutches this up, really nice, but Pie manages to get a nice pre-fire off. If Jonka had probably pre-fired the gym angle, he might have won this round, which should have been a well played to him. But yeah, we played our angles. Saves got wallbanged, get wrecked. Pie didn't. So Pie anchored down, Pie played it well, played it safe, well played to him. That's a 4-0 on the defense in favor of Navi. So the next bomb site we go is Church, and we end up losing it to MnM. They have a nice attack. I didn't feel there was a point watching that again. I said that we would go back to Cash and kind of tell you what we did wrong here. As I said before, this wall is almost guaranteed to get off. It's probably very, very hard to bandit trick it. However, we decide, you know what, let's try it. Maverick and Capitao are both off the table. It's going to be the easiest to bandit trick it, if it is going to be possible. So Kendrew goes for that. However, MnM have the Zofia below, and they double Zofia Kendrew on the breach. Wells bandit trick, and he gets injured, and the breach manages to get off. That's a free kill for Drac, and we're already at a disadvantage. That's a C4 gone, and the bandit's gone. So again, well played by MnM to go below instead of going through that drone hole. That's something that you see us doing a lot, at getting that double impact. I think in the Japan finals, Saves got that kill like a couple of times actually with those impacts. He impacts the floor and he injures the bandit, or he just kills the bandit straight up. It's something that you're going to see a lot of more teams doing now. So yeah, I mean, it's a valid strat. We should have been ready for that. We thought, why not try the bandit trick? We've got 4 rounds already on defense. It's good. We can be a bit lenient. We can try some stuff. So that's what we did. It didn't work out. Oh well. So again, MnM, exact same push. They go for that split push, which I said I quite like. They get the main breach off, then they rotate into construction with the Hibana and get the Hibanas off. In my opinion, we could have brought a Cade here. A Cade would have been pretty beneficial to get to counter this construction, since we know that they're taking it. So maybe teams that are watching this and thinking, how do you counter stuff like that? I think maybe playing the Cade instead of the Bandit and just wasting their Thatchers. Well, Thatcher's dead, you know? Like, we could have got this off. However, we have a guy on the flank. I think that's CTZN or neLo. It's on the flank. He manages to sneak their way into the gym up from behind. That's bad flank watch by MnM, and he's able to get a kill. So sorry, it was actually neLo. So neLo's still on the flank. Pie's in garage. They have the IQ alive, so Pie's Echo Drones are pretty much like not very good. They're not useful due to the IQ. Sorry. And then the Thermite makes the correct call to rotate from Cash into the server, which is always good. I think teams, they never do this. So a lot of teams always stick the plant in the one location, but actually getting off the defuse and adapting mid-round or mid-plant to another location is always great. Especially a lot of unexperienced teams I see don't doing this. In Pro League, obviously, it's a lot more common. But rotating your plant to where there's more of your attack and more cover is always good. As you see, even though we just lost 2 rounds in a row, boys are still in good spirits. 4 rounds on defense is pretty good. It's pretty standard, actually. Any more is good. Any less isn't so good. So we're happy with where we are. So first round up. I skipped a little bit ahead into this round. There's nothing to see here. MnM go cash CCTV. We pretty much replicate their attack in terms of getting the breach off with the Zofia below. We don't go for construction as with a Hibana or anything. We just brute force push. We managed to get 3 opening kills in the space of like 30 seconds, that's the round over. You know, like we need to throw this big time. Kendrew is ready for that aggressive run out in the breach, which is really well played by him. A lot of players wouldn't have thought of that, but yeah, we basically just flood the site in this. There's nothing really to see. We get an easy round here, in all fairness. This completely cleaned the table. So yeah, well played to the boys to see that this was an easy rush, I guess you could call it. But I mean, we just found our picks here. MnM peaked a little bit too much. They gave us our ones. You know, we are infamously good at winning our ones. So yeah, don't peak us. What else is it to say? MnM decide to defend cash next. We go for, I guess, a semi-roam clear with CTZN running around top with the Nomad. He's kind of clearing out himself, face checking a lot of things. I'm sure it's been drawn for him as well. His job is basically to hold blue rotation and make sure nobody flanks up whilst trying to pressure blue at the same time. Saves gets a nice pick onto one of the guys in kitchen. I assume that's through either a hole in the kitchen floor or the kitchen hatch himself. You see Saves get this kill a lot. Onto like the Valk. It's a big kill. It's a C4 off the table. The Valk's usually good at C4 in the guy in kitchen. Yeah, it was through one of the holes in kitchen. So yeah, as you see, a lot of good trades from Navi here. neLo pushes into the site, gets traded off by Drac, however instantly retraded by Kendrew. At the same time, CTZN's pushing blue. They're getting kind of bullied here. Basically, as I said in a previous VOD, it's very important to control blue in this bomb site. Without blue, you're gonna start losing this defense a lot. Because with blue, you can have full control of church, full control of armory, full control of dirt, full control of all the flanks. So whoever controls blue kind of wins the game. And although we didn't control blue here, we distracted MnM from controlling blue, and CTZN made a really good job of that. So as long as MnM aren't controlling blue, we don't necessarily have to control it if our team are getting the crosses covered elsewhere. So that's always something you need to keep in mind, and I think a lot of teams maybe take for granted. Controlling blue is great and all, but as long as you can deny the defense controlling blue, doesn't mean you necessarily need to control it yourself. We end up losing the next round, and MnM decide to go for the cash defense again. I would recommend choosing one of the other bomb sites, whether that be church or gym, instead of cash. However, MnM adapted and started playing the double denial with the Cade and the Bandit, which is good. I suggested that before. It's good. However, we have the Thatcher. All we need to do is know that they're running a Cade, and that Cade becomes completely irrelevant. I assume they're trying to hold below more here, so we are going to struggle with that Zofia below. But MnM make a fatal flaw in this Bandit trick, and they don't barricade the drone hole doorway. If you barricade the drone hole doorway, the Zofia stuns that go through that sometimes don't go off, and they don't affect the Bandit, allowing you to successfully Bandit trick. MnM didn't barricade this. Their whole defense was perfect. If they barricaded that door, we would not have been able to Zofia through it, and they would have probably successfully Bandit tricked that wall, which would have been catastrophic for us. Our thermite would have been gone. We would have been like 1 thermite down. That would have been great. But they didn't barricade the door, and that's a tiny mistake and like a perfect defense, which messed it up completely. So that's just really bad by them. They should have known that we needed that. And, you know, like, now that this breach is off, it's just wait till the defense peek you. We have 3 guys repelling on the breach. MnM are still trying to peek. They shouldn't be peeking. We know they're going to peek. We know they're an aggressive team. Saves, neLo, Kendrew are all ready for this, and they just pick them apart as they peek. Kendrew rightfully rotates off the breach and goes for that garage push. He opens up garage instead of the construction wall. Another favourite attack by a lot of teams. And he then just gets nice little pick onto the guys in garage while CTZN is pushing construction. We are pushing all 3 places. We are pushing the breach, we are pushing construction, we are pushing garage. We are completely closing in on them and we just get the picks. We end up getting a flawless round and winning Clubhouse as well. Finishing the series 2-0, and we are the Prem champions once again for the 3rd time in a row. We are the only team to win any Premiership in any game 3 times in a row. You know, MnM are happy. I don't think they expected to beat us. I think they put up a good show. They could have done better in my opinion by not making these small mistakes. But yeah, well played to the boys. They're happy. Premiership is a great title for us to win. It's our home competition in the UK. We're always happy to win it. Well played to MnM and well played to NAVI. Alright guys, so that's been my kind of rundown analysis on NAVI versus MnM in the Prem finals, where we won 2-0, winning the Premiership again. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the NAVI Rainbow Six YouTube channel, and don't forget to follow us on social media to keep up with what we're doing next, what competitions we're playing in. We all really appreciate the support. The support lately after us winning Japan, after us winning the Premiership, has been crazy, even for myself, even though I wasn't playing. So thank you all. I'm sure the boys will also want me to thank you on their behalf. So thank you everybody. The support means a lot to us. It means probably more than you think. We love playing for our fans. We love making our fans happy. It's kind of what drives us. So make sure you keep that up. Thank you guys.